So this is something I've been wanting to touch on ever since I got it, pretty much. This is this little control panel thing that... Don't bother, I can't remember his name. Let me, I'll put it in the comments. But anyways, so this is a fairly complicated little embedded system type affair. And I definitely am curious then to see what's going on in here. That's interesting. So... blah blah blah, plastic enclosure made in China, power source, power over Ethernet. Cool. And it's got audio output, so this is probably just like a little audio, basically an audio output device for a home stereo system of some sort. So that is one screw. At an angle, I guess. The one thing I'm noticing is, look at that, there's a thumb drive there, or a hole for a USB device of some sort. I wonder if this used a, like a thumb drive for memory or a USB Wi-Fi dongle or something along those lines. Anyways, I think, yep. So, here is our device. So, Ethernet magnetics. Big caps, big DC to DC inductors, 2-pin connector of some sort, another USB slip plug, a whole bunch of, look at this, we have status LEDs that are not populated, and then there's the, this is quite the odd duck kit. A many-layer board. Hey, look, it's got Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, because this looks to be a trace antenna of some sort. This is quite the little piece of kit. Oh, hey, I think I might know why this was scrapped. Look at that connector. I don't know, I can't tell. Yeah, look at that, this ribbon cable is not fully inserted. Yeah, that was just fell out of that socket. It looks like there's like a modular CPU device down in the CPU board in there as well. Let me figure out how this is held on. So we have a mic. Oh wow, this whole thing. The CPU board appears to be clamped into the plastic apparatus. Just disconnect the microphone. So I don't know how the speaker is connected. It may be these two pins there, at which point that would be irritating. That is heat staked down too. Okay, there's a connector under there. You can see that giant many pin connector down there. And something is alright. Oh my. So yeah, it looks like we have like a carrier motherboard, and then this is a like a processor board of some variety. Just kind of lightly snaps in. Yeah, so we've got lots of flash. There's a big Cirrus device with ARM branding on it, EP9315. Look at big BGA breakouts. This is SRAM. Actually, let me change lenses and we'll take a closer look at this really quite complicated board. So here we are. So you can see we have some Micron or Micrel, I don't know which one that is, I don't remember. 48LC16M1682. That's probably either 16 megabytes or 16 megabits. I'd guess megabytes. We have Intel Flash. There's my splitter. So this is Rev E. There we go. TE28F640, J3C120. And then on the other side we have same thing from the look of it. I bet this is the same too. There's the other sticker. It's really kind of weird how the sticker left a marking. Kind of like the glue oozed. TE28F640. TE28F640, yeah, so they're the same device. So then up here we have this really big Cirrus Logic EP9315CB, EFWAE0BY0514. That's probably the part number. This is just like rev stuff. Here we have an L1117, that's a little regulator. In this case, LL1117-18, I believe that's 1.8 volts. Lots of bulk bypass capacitance. There is a 14.7456, or is that 58 megahertz canned oscillator. And then we have, wow, look at that, there's a 555. So this is just a TL555, it's just a 555 timer. I have no idea what the hell they're doing with that. It's an ancient ass piece of logic. I don't know what they could conceivably be using it for. You know, considering they have a microprocessor, the only thing I can think is some sort of reset sequencing. But even that, there's way better options on the market. Cheaper too. So this is a it's a labeled package. Boy. It makes me think EEPROM of some sort. Or flash. So that is an 8594C. Hang on. I need 494C2, I think. Is that a scratch or some sticker paper? It seems to be that's an actual gouging. I see CT520. I don't know what that is, but all these pins seem to be strapped to ground, and so I bet it's an I2C device of some sort. That's about it. There's a MA3221C on this side, which I bet is just... Oh, hey, actually, RXDO, TXD0, and then this is labeled serial. And then we have more undocumented status LEDs. And then there's an RTC crystal. So this may be like a serial line driver or something. Here's the breakout for that great big BGA. You can see all of these are ground, and then we have all these little VLANs. And then just a shitload of test points. I can imagine that the bed and nails system for testing this must be insane. Or they don't use most of them. And then you just have this great big enormous high density connector over here, and then there's just some little pins over here just for mechanical support, I suspect. Moving on to the carrier board. So we have, these are the big switching regulators on the input. So we have a 2592, 2592, 3.3 and 5 volt regs. So these I would gamble are DC to DCing down off of the PoE input. So here is a Sigmatel STAC9758. I would guess this or this are going to be the audio codec, because basically these pads here and these pads here are the RCA jacks. And you can see here we have these are some of the connectors for the little board, the carrier board. Looking closely, we have 24.576 megahertz crystal and a 25 megahertz crystal. I'd guess, well, I don't really know. but this is an ICS 1893BK. They're both really proximate to the audio interface. I don't know which one is driving it. Over there is an analog devices part. It is an SSM2211. My money's on that being an op amp. No particular reason. I'm just guessing. Lots of interesting devices. There are 2 bridge rectifiers. So I bet that's part of the PoE stuff. You can also see there's a polyfuse here. So I bet basically they, to work with any PoE, layout or design system, they just basically feed the input through rectifiers, because PoE is 400 or 48 volts generally. Then there is an NEC L5028223K2. That's probably a display driver. Lots of internal layers. ADM8830. So that is basically right on the underside. This part is directly underneath that part. That's kind of interesting. Another little chip inductor there, and there's a switcher made by somebody, S18, I think. More oodles and oodles and oodles of test points. There's the magnetics for the Ethernet interface. And then this is over. So this, I suspect very strongly, is RF of some sort, because look at this. This is sure as hell looks like a trace antenna to me. So this is an EM2420 16 megahertz crystal, W6 or 87520. And then lots of little things. This may be like an RF switch or an RF amplifier. Those look like RF amp transistors. So this may be there's probably a transmit and receive separate chain in here or something along those lines. You can also see that there are other layers in here. So here's one of the USB connectors. Here's the other one on this side. You can see that it looks like these were hand soldered. I bet this is an MCU of some sort, just because it's got firmware stuff on it as well. The other thing you can see is here's 3 LEDs. Ha ha ha! So what we have here is an Atmel Mega 128L 8M105832. It's an 18 mega. Go figure. So I guess, well, Mega 128. I guess maybe this is related to the RTC, because that obviously is tied right into there. But it also looks like it has a resonator, or a crystal. You can see these pins right here are the rotary encoder. And then actually below the rotary encoder we have more LEDs, or this is a button actually. Actually, what the... I am confused. So here's the casing, but I don't. So the button obviously has plastic for LEDs, but I don't see where it would shine through, because this is, I mean, it's as opaque as any other white plastic. So I am confused. I don't know what this lighting thing is for, considering they don't seem to have any way for the light to make it through the button. What the heck? So here's a rotary encoder for interfacing. So this is 05-0125-01, Rev 1.2, expected by somebody. This, I believe, is the connector for the speaker. And then the microphone goes in over here. So that seems to kind of be basically everything that's on here. What I want to try and do now is, let's see if I can't get the sucker to power up, or at least do something. So I wonder if the fact that I'm missing some of these peripherals may be a problem. I guess we'll find out. So here's the LCD, which is snapped into this caddy. You can see here's the speaker. Let's just pulling the reflector off. This is not really designed to be disassembled, which doesn't surprise me, but it does make me a little bit sad. There it goes. So, just a generic, this is probably 320 by 240. or something around there. It might be 40 by 320, but that kind of surprised me. So here's our little display part number made by NEC. NL2432HC22-22PP. So one thing you can see here is how they have these two additional like flex cables coming off, joining into this PCB somewhere in here, probably with like a hot bar soldered down. So what I'm fairly confident is, well, first of all, you can see that these 4 traces here wrap around and run into the touch screen. And I very strongly suspect that these 2 traces here, which are actually on a separate flex PCB that run into the module, this is probably the backlight connections. So I think that these are backlight, touchscreen, and then the rest of it is the actual display data. And this looks like it's probably a parallel interface. So now I need to go try and look up PoE and remember how it works. So here's a network cable where the clip at one end broke off. You know, it catches on something when you're pulling the cables out of equipment or whatever. So this is kind of going to be my sacrificial goat, if it were. So it looks like, according to the Wikipedia of wikis, that basically, I think, you know, considering also that it has 2 bridge rectifiers, I think you just stick power on any of the pairs. I'll certainly try that. It's not like I care that much. So the pairs are driven common mode, but it doesn't really matter which one. Go for 48 volts. So it is drawing 50 milliamps. Hey! Control4. Oh. I think it just kind of shot itself. So it seems to be working, so I'm going to turn the current limit up because I think it just tried to turn the backlight on and made itself a little sick. So it appears to be booting. Now it's drawing 90 milliamps. Slow motherfucker. So it may want to be contacting like a base station or something, I don't know. But it's definitely on. Please wait. In really, really, really tiny text. Actually, I think I'm going to put it back in the case since it seems to be powering up. That's interesting. The display is persisting. It's completely unpowered and it's kind of gradually decaying away. Anyways. Hello. So we have a menu of some sort. Videos, really? So it's got, obviously it's got an annoying clicking noise. But it appears it wants to be mostly touch driven, which is weird. Config. Backlight setting. Backlight intensity of 0 is not a genuine 0. screensaver, settings, done, preview, black screen, default, cancel. Room off. Huh, stack base. So it looks like a lot of this, it wants to be talking to other. What is that button? So I suspect very strongly that a lot of this is it talking to other pieces of hardware on the network. I don't know what these are supposed to be. I guess this is probably like more menu options. Remote access. Check-in is prompted by your dealer. Oh Christ, it's stupid. My4.com. Director. Yeah, so this is probably like Anycast crap going on. Cancel. Current IP, none. It looks like this was made in 2009. There are no directors. I wonder if there's any free stuff like this, or I bet you have to pay. I mean, it seems like it should only be something that you could run on as a client. Well, actually, so update. So that's, what the hell? So I scroll over. What am I scrolling? So I guess that's it trying to update itself. I guess it has an auto updater if it can see the WAN. What a tacky piece of kit. Fucking, they're branding everywhere. It's decent, the graphics are decent, it's pretty performant. It's not like a lot of things where the scrolling is sluggish as hell. Screensaver. Apparently the time and date are blank. I do not think it is 2008. So I bet this is like for controlling web-enabled lights and stuff. I don't know why they have volume buttons and then a slider. I would expect the buttons to make the slider move. But it seems like this is the kind of thing where it ropes you into this great, big, ghastly vendor lock-in type bullshit. But yeah, it's quite the cute little kit. I wonder what it's actually running under the hood. Anyways, I thought that was kind of cool. I may make another video in the future of me trying to do something more meaningful with this, but it seems like it's functional. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But diddly bobs. Actually, I just noticed I was putting the case back on, and it looks like this was installed in someone's house because, as you can see, when shit's pressed against wall paint for like years, the paint sticks, and it's got paint on it. So I wonder where the heck this came from. Somebody broke into someone's house somewhere. I don't know. You get when people send you stuff.